If you go back in time about 15 years, when Marvel Studios announced that Iron Man was going to kick off this giant universe that they hope would take off and deliver the ultimate promise of the Avengers, just look at those articles if they haven't been deleted. Everybody was making fun of them, saying this is going to be the end of Marvel Comics. Fast forward to today, and it's the biggest thing out there. Now Kevin Feige, the guy running Marvel Studios, opens up on the keys to success and why exactly Marvel Studios has found themselves in the position they're in right now. So if you guys want the full story, everything out there, you can check out the article down below, because I'm just going to kind of abbreviate everything here and go over what he says and really condense it into this video. Essentially, he figured out that the key to success of Marvel Studios and winning box office is simplification of everything they do. The simplification of the script, the references, being able to not take on too much, and also integrating himself to the development of every single film by actually showing up and doing what an executive producer is supposed to do. Instead of being one of those executive producers who has his name on something, he shows up one day, yeah, that looks good, let's keep on doing what you're doing. He likes to be there with the directors, sit down with them, sit down with the actors, discuss things, and go over the depth of the universe, while also making sure that the references that they're making can in fact be understood by the hardcore, but also aren't too way over somebody's head. And he talks about how this approach was something that they tackled Iron Man 1 with from an interesting perspective, considering that nobody knew who Iron Man was, so having to layer on these little things was kind of a challenge, but ultimately it worked out in the long run. And he also references some of the other films that he directly was involved with. Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and Daredevil are all mentioned as something that he really saw how the directors and how everybody is working on these, and he took notes of that. He looked at them and realized, what if we do it a different type of way, and what if I'm more hands-on and people actually have to listen to me, so maybe down the road we can make something a reality, like a giant crossover. Now again, they tried this back in the day, but the studios couldn't agree. Kevin Feige came at this with the idea of Iron Man first, go try to make a deal with the Hulk, and we'll see what happens with the rest of the films with different studios. From Universal to Paramount to ultimately Disney, everybody working together to make one thing a reality. So in that instance, it was a giant game-changing moment and an idea.